Good evening. Hello. Welcome to Division 5 for the France Grand Prix. This one's going to be interesting. I've got a new code tonight as well, with his name being immortal. Hopefully he's included his audio, and I'm pretty sure he has. Welcome to your first commentating series of the series here at France with a rather dark track. How's it going this evening?
Oh yeah, it's good. Looking forward to tonight's antics. Hopefully there'll be less people reversing across track than last night. Not pointing.
You're going to mention this.
Not pointing any. Not poking fun at anyone. It's how it is.
So, if any of you didn't see yesterday's race, there was a bit of a crash. Just a small little crash. Nothing too major, maybe. But yeah, sadly it caught me out, and I went for a bit of a spin onto the racing track. Took out Paul Mason Dunks and a McLaren driver from Mr. Megcentrian, who didn't DNF on the spot. Don't know how. He got a bit lucky with that. But you decided to mention that, have you? Straight on the get-go.
Straight on the get-go, yeah. Well, hopefully we have another lap tonight, and these guys keep it clean and leave each other some room.
But it was a pretty clean race, yes. I mean, yeah, there was a bit of a Cornish going into people, and my teammate and myself going into people. But no, it was a pretty clean F2 race. Good standards, and hopefully that's set the tone for that season ahead. Meanwhile, with Division 5, this lot are interesting. They, you'll notice that as this race goes along in qualifying, that they tend to crash quite a bit.
Well, I was Div
Pushing the
5
limits.
last season, and yeah, it wasn't. There was some ups and downs, but I wouldn't say as a whole it was any better or worse for action than some of the other leagues.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting, especially this season with the new drivers as well. Including Ellis the Great, who is starting their lap here. First lap on Division 5, heading into turn 1. It's a fast left-hander into the fast turn 2. Into 5th gear, into 6th gear, into 7th. Heading towards turn number 3, fast right-hander. Easy to get this one wrong, easy to corner cut. And somehow that wasn't invalidation. So that was interesting. Definitely using some traction control. It's definitely tell that much. But yes, this is going to be interesting, to say the least. We have got some people in the chat, so hello Hippo, hello Chris. I had to connect to my hotspot. Well, you have got bad internet, so I'm not surprised in the slightest. Meanwhile, out of the chicane comes Alice the Great. Onto the back straight. Hello Jack. Hope you're having a good evening as well. Fast right-hander clipping the inside. I need to turn my game down actually, it's quite high for me. There we go. Now I can hear myself speaking. Now I don't have to be overly loud. So, what drink have you gone with tonight?
What was that? Sorry?
What drink have you got tonight?
Oh, I've gone with the popular choice of Pepsi. There are other brands
Pepsi?
available.
What other brands are they?
Coca-Cola, Roller Cola, other
Hold on, what?
brands of drink.
What the hell is Roller Cola?
It's like the cheap stuff you get, like cola, like from the shop.
I can't say I've ever heard of it.
It must be an old person term. I apologise.
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. 30.5 is the time to beat right now. I was expecting some 29s in Q1. Maybe that's a bit too quick for this long.
There
Might see
are
some
a few
29s later.
to watch out for, I believe, in qualifying. Only Destroyer set some good TT times. You've also got Chris and Fruit
Oh,
Boy.
East gone around. Yeah, I saw that happening. Just make a note of this. Ghosting is for some reason on. Ghosting should be off. I'm pretty sure on that. But okay then. Interesting lobby rules straight off this one.
I will double check that.
It was definitely off yesterday. But I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be on today, isn't it? It's supposed to be off today even. And it's definitely on, so. Lobby problems, but oh well. Let's go Ethan from Elements. Yeah, he's already gone for a spin though, so that's not gone well for you. Jack saying, let's go Ellis. Yes, Ellis, who's now currently P3, dropped down the field limit because MT Mighty's done a 29.6. That's the lap times I was expecting in Q1. I've got to say, that's probably safe already. Here comes Fruit Boy though, out the final corner. I know he's a bit quick from previous series and previous times. Running out ES before the line, does a 29.5, 1/10 quicker than Mighty. That gets the fastest Q1 of so far of the session, which is going to boost his confidence quite a bit. Who's next to look out for? Chris, invalidated. That could be a story of tonight, by the way, all the invalidations.
Yeah, there's quite
a
few corners where you can almost cheat across some curbs, should we say, as in putting most of your car out, but obviously they're taking it to the extreme at points.
Yeah, Kabuki goes P4 then with 30.5. I've got to say, this grid is very spread out right now. You got some quick ones and you got some slow ones. Be right back.
So who's on an out lap?
Sorry about that. I am now back.
Welcome back.
As I am now watching Invade, who just started his lap through turn 1, turn 2. Almost losing the car out of turn 2 though. So that was a bit dangerous, gotta say. Adamant is gutted, by the way, with the fact that he's already spun. Oh dear. And he has invalidated. I thought he had. Anyone else on a lap?
Hippo is currently on a lap. Just
my Mercedes
purple
guy.
first sector.
Well, Hippo going purple, that really means we're on some slow lap times.
Oh, the digs.
Nah. The digs at my own team. That's illegal, isn't it? Well, I'll do that.
Although the weather
it's got an interesting helmet.
Rather overcast, so it'd be interesting to see if there's any rain forecasted throughout the race.
Well, just as you said that, the sun's come out.
Love it.
Suddenly got a bit brighter. Thankfully, McLaren gets out the way of Hippo's lap time here through the second bit, although he's not using ERS anymore, so interesting tactics from Mercedes drivers. Maybe invalidated and now wants to get some ERS back to do another one, although it doesn't say he's invalidated. Interesting to say at least from my Mercedes team. Out the final corner. Gonna hope to get himself safe. Only one driver will be knocked out this session. It could be Dano because he's in the drop zone currently, but he is on a lap. So Hippo goes 8th with a 30.8. Any surprises yet for you personally?
No, I think Ethan Mando will post quicker lap times.
Mr. Mando.
Mr. Mando.
Or Mrs. We're not sure. He's in P9 at the moment with 30.9, so
a lot of people obviously just waiting. Like there's still 6 to set a lap.
yeah, you surprised by that? I thought someone would just get out on track, set the lap time. So only one person goes out this session.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if some of them are waiting for a clearer track or.
Chris has gone quicker. I think that's fresh sauce for Mr. Chris, though, which is interesting because I would have said keep some of your sets.
Yeah, with one person only being eliminated, it seems. I don't want to say a waste because you may not be safe, but.
Yeah, ghosting's definitely wrong here. It is definitely on.
I have checked. It is on. But we.
Oh dear.
We move forward.
Yeah, Daniel just spun, which is why I was pointing that out. In the Mercedes driver, who needs to set a lap time here. And Spinning's not going to be able to do that for him, as Element saying violation for Mr. East spinning. Even P11 with the slowest lap time on the board at the minute. So he's looking to improve on that. Mr. Timmers on a lap time needing to improve as well with a 31.3. As someone's just crossed the line to go even quicker, and Timmers invalidated. So that's interesting. Star's on a lap in the last sector, by the way. Star's an interesting driver. Expect them to be in the top 10 consistently, maybe top 5, pushing it. See what they can do on this lap. Coming to the line from the AlphaTauri team. Which team are you in?
I am Williams this year. So.
Oh, you're Williams. So you're currently what, P6?
Hopefully, Dano can do well today. Is it Dano? No.
Dano? I thought Dano's not even racing today. Oh, he is. Yeah.
He's in the Haas.
Oh no,
sorry.
He's in the Haas. Yeah, that's not your team.
I'm in a Haas in
Okay.
another league. That's the problem.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, looking out for.
Is it
Two different
Kabuki and
cars.
Mando then? Or are they in now for Alpine?
The problem
What's the
with
Williams
having
colour then?
3 blue colours on the left-hand side.
I see a Ferrari going interestingly, cutting the chicane there. Not gaining an advantage by doing it, but cutting the chicane's a bit illegal for the most part. Element saying, no, I meant violation to what you said about Hippo. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I am from Mercedes now. Am I allowed to violate my own drivers, Mr. Element? Is that allowed? Chris saying, I'll be through. Yes, I agree.
So we still have 2 to set a lap.
Yeah.
Daniel, I
With
believe, is
Ethan
on a
drop zone.
lap at the moment, and Invade's on his out lap.
Yeah. We'll watch East lap then, or Mr. Daniels. Not too sure. But Hippo putting in the chat, what did you say about me? Oh, nothing bad, Hippo. Well, it's just some friendliness from the Mercedes team. Garages, you know. Love you, really. There you go. Mr. Eth, P14 at the minute. Going into the RSH points. Really? He wants to be in the 29 to be completely safe? But a 30.5 or better is probably safe as well. That's currently what Ellis has set, and Mr. Kabuki, who is, I believe, in the Alpine. Is any of your Williams actually driving today then?
I don't think so. No. Which
Who
is
released your Williams
unfortunately.
drivers?
I will just check. I'm going to
Alright,
kick
well,
myself
while
as soon
he's-
as I find them.
He's very disappointed with the fact they're not racing. Although I should be quite disappointed with Daniel right now in P14 with a 31.4.
It's Chadwick and MT the Mighty.
OMT the Mighty's here. We got a car off on the Enfield there.
Oh, Dano's
Not
just had
too
a
sure.
spin.
I thought someone had. There's loads of yellow flags going on. East crosses line, doesn't improve, missed out by 0.2 per second there. Goes into the yellow flag zone of where I believe Dano is, somewhere around it. No, he's already cleared off. Nice job, Mr. Dano. Invade's validated. Invade needs to get a lap time on the board here for his Ferrari team.
The question will
Obviously,
be,
team
did he
garages.
fuel the car for 2 laps?
What, Mr. Invade?
Yeah.
Well, he's spending a lot more time off the track than on the track. That's for certain.
I think he's desperate to get around.
I think YT really Ethan was lagging there for me a little bit. In fact, I think most of them are for me. I think my connection's not great today. Not sure. As Destroyer's on track. I don't really know why Destroyer's on track. I think he's pretty safe.
I believe Invade may be cutting corners to get round the track. Don't like to call people out, but that's a big
Racing
no-no.
car. Is this your other Williams? Or is this someone different?
Invade was
Racing car.
racing car.
Person who's joined. Yeah. Do we know
No.
that? It'd be helpful if we had the actual grid thing, and I don't think I do, so I forgot to load that up. Hello, Matt. How's it going this evening? As Eth crosses the line again, doesn't improve by 2.5 tenths again. Oh, Eth, you're in the drops. Well, you're not on the drop zone, but you're very close to being in the drop zone. Tim is out on track trying to improve as well on a 31.3 at the minute. He's heading into sector 3. A few corners left to go. I don't know if he's up on his lap time or not. Struggling out that rear corner though. The rear is certainly something you could spin around to. Not that you hit anything, just a harmless spin. So what tier do you race in?
On my screen I've got a racing car F1. He does not seem to be on the Division 5 tier list.
He's from Haas. He could be a reserve.
Yes, he is first reserve, racing car F1.
Okay, so he's a reserve.
I was getting confused because on my screen he's under Nikita Mazik pin, so he's under the name of the actual driver. I don't actually have his gamer tag on my screen.
Has Whitey really had an off somewhere at the final corner? I believe he has. I mean, his tyres are very either overheated or very cold. One of the two. Is he coming towards the line? Well off the pace this lap, but he might be going for another one. With just a couple minutes left to go on the clock now. Yellow flag's being shown. I want to be shown how long is left. 1 minute and 17 seconds. So if you're in the pit lane now, you're done. There's no way you're going to get around in time. So, with that being said, who are we expecting to go in the drop zone now? There's two drivers.
Well, Daniel's on an out.
Oh, crash in the background. That's huge. That's Mando. He's binned the car through the fast left. I saw that at the top of the screen. Jesus, what an impact as all that was. That is one broken car from Mando. Sorry to cut across you there.
Well, with racing car and invade to set a lap, you're thinking Eth and Mando are quite in danger.
And yeah, and with Mando actually crashing his car completely, he's not going to be through to Q2 even if he does get through. So
30.9 now.
This is going to be interesting from Invade or Racing Carl. We're going to stay on board with Mr. Invade heading into turn 1 though. Misses the apex slightly into turn 2. Don't invalidate. He's invalidated. Invade's done here. And he knows it as he pulls off the right hand side quite aggressively. So it's all up to Racing Carl to get himself out of the danger zone and into qualifying 2 now.
So it just needs to be a 31.5 from Eth.
Is that a beatable lap time? Well, he's gone purple. Through the fast left. He hasn't done what Mando did. That was quite a big impact, to be fair. Matty's good from last night. An element saying fair play to him. He was in the 32s in practice. Yep. So there's clearly some improvement there for whichever driver that was that we were talking about. Hello. I should probably have made that invite only. Oh well, we'll do it now.
Never mind.
Option, invite only. There we go.
We may want to, while we just wait for Racing Car to finish his lap, after Q3, maybe we reset the lobby to put the ghosting on for the actual race. Might be an idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Depends what the admins want, etc. So I don't know if any of them are in the chat, if they're looking, if they're listening in to let us know. Racing Car to Lino, can he get himself through? Yes, he can. Invade, Eth, and Mando then are out of this qualifying, and we're gonna have 14 cars left into Q2. Raikkonen says this ghosting's supposed to be off. Yeah, but it's on. So do you want us to restart the lobby after qualifying? As just to run through that again, Mando out of Q1, same with Eth and Invade. So just 14 cars means 4 cars can be knocked out of Q2. Chris with the fastest Q1, so that's going to really boost his confidence, but only by 6,000 a second from Fruit Boy, with a 10th of Mighty from behind in P3. Tell you what though, the first 7 really close, and then a bit of a drop after that in times, with over almost 2 seconds separating the whole field. Not too bad. Probably expecting a little bit closer though.
I believe the next quali will be a lot closer.
What, Mr.
I think
Well,
with
Q2.
only 1 or 2 leaving, I think people were just playing it safe.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see if there's any sandbags from the Q1 session going to Q2 now. Well, they're saying that only 4 people get knocked out, so there's going to be much difference this time round. Normally, you'd expect it. Restart after quali. Okay, Raikkonen. So we have got information that there will be a restart after this qualifying to put ghosting off. That's a bit of a headache, isn't it? I have no idea what the conditions are for the race, by the way. Do you have that information yet by any drivers? Or we're going to be in the unknown? Mr. Immortal.
We are still in the unknown, I believe. No one has notified us. However, as soon as I said it's overcast, it brightened up, so I can only presume it's just going to be a nice dry race.
Right. Yeah, it looks quite warm actually. Can we go there? You know, in the bright, warm sunshine.
We live in England. We don't have this sunshine thing.
Yeah, what do they call this? Sunshine, you say? Oh, first I've seen of it.
We have liquid sunshine that rains down from above.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Liquid sunshine. Otherwise known as rain.
Rain is so negative though. We all use liquid sunshine.
No, I think liquid sunshine is a bit overly complicated, to be honest. Personally, anyway.
Quite a few were out a lot quicker than they were in Q1, that's for sure. We've got 9 people on an out lap already.
I don't know why some of them are on softs. This is a medium-hard strategy, or you can go soft-medium-medium, or medium-soft. But ideally, when you're starting on medium, it's not soft. So it's
I have spoke to a few of the drivers, and a couple of them didn't mind going the softs because they were expecting a safety car. So.
Oh, okay.
So it allows them to essentially do a medium race without touching the hards, and then you just use the softs for the first few laps.
So which drivers is that then? Or are you not willing to spill the beans?
I'm not gonna spill the beans, but you know, it's.
Alright, fair enough. I mean, you can spill the beans after Q2, obviously, but you don't want to spill the beans after during Q2, because that means people will pit and then change their strategies. Do the fast left from Ellis, though. He is the first person on track, which is a bit risky, because you're the first car to get to everywhere on the track, which is quite scary. Chris saying the server connection is rubbish. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a restart anyway, Chris. Maybe the server connections will get a bit better. I've noticed a few drivers lagging, as Ellis is invalidated. Next one after that is Mr. Fruitboy, who is on the medium ground tyres. So he's looking to go for a medium hard strat, I'd be expecting. But also saying that, because there is a restart after this session, are people going to be thinking, oh, we're on fresh tyres, go something different?
Yeah, that's the possibility. Like, if you've essentially made your tyres last a few more laps by the restart of the lobby, it can change people's strategies and thinkings.
Personally, for me, because I know there's a restart, I would be going hards, and then seeing if I could get myself into Q3, sorry, on the hards, and then go out again later on in the session onto medium ground tyre to see if I need to beat my hard ground lap time, because otherwise you get pole position or whatever in Q3. 30.2 from Fruitboy.
I don't think you can actually go on hards in quali in this game.
Oh, can you not?
No, because your tyre set is preset, so you don't have the choice to do that.
Well, I did not know that, so... Well, I have been reminded by that, I think, in the past by quite a few times. Oh well. Fruitboy is, by the way, still fast in the session minute. But saying that, Chris is the one on the lap, and Chris is one that you're going to be wanting to watch out for, because tops Q1, and can he top Q2 as well to really boost his confidence going to Q3?
He's got quite a bit of
We'll
traffic
find
ahead.
out. He has.
However,
but so far,
this track does allow you to get out of the way quite easily without any wolves present. If you do
well, you
find a
say that I
wall,
still got held up.
if you do find a wall, it will most likely be just after sector 1.
Well, that fast left.
Coming onto the straight, I'd say if you
Yeah.
clip the curb, put the throttle down too early, you can find a
Where
wall.
Mando crashed then?
Yes.
I would have also said this fast right that Chris centering, especially on the mediums, depending on how comfortable you are. Some starts make you spin there quite easily, especially with a bit of contact in play as well. So I found out the hard way. But Mr. Chris, he's doing alright at the minute. He is on the medium kind tyres, so not expecting too much on the mediums. Dano's gone third with a 31.7, and still Fruit Boy with the top of the sesh. With just more people improving, with Carl now going to a 31.4. 4 tenths down on Ethan, but they are getting nowhere near Fruit Boy at the moment.
Chris crosses the line. Fastest.
Okay, never mind. He goes 2 tenths fastest than Fruit Boy then, and I gotta say that's probably safe. Ellis is back on track. We're still on the same set of softs, by the way, so he's just doing laps, laps, and laps. Which is fair enough if you're not starting on these tyres. Well, you will be staying on tyres, but you know what I mean, fresh tyres. Changes things up a little bit. Matty's saying in the chat, yesterday P1 to P18 and Q1 was separated by 0.698 of the second.
I think it
That's
will
pretty
be.
impressive.
Yeah, I think it'll be a bit more in this division.
Well, the minute slowest lap time out there is a 35.1 by Mr. Skyline, and I'm pretty sure that's because he made a mistake on that lap time. But here comes Mr. Ellis the Great into the penultimate corner, into the last corner, over the curb. Yes, he touches the curb. Gets a bad exit though. Stars crash to the fast right. It's sector 3. That's the other corner I thought there was going to be some crashes. And he said a 30.4 just Ellis, but more importantly, Star is out. See, that's what I was expecting. Some people doing that more often. Or even at turn 2. That's quite an easy place to crash around here.
Timmer's just about to start a lap.
Is that disappointing from Star? Would we expect much more from Star? Probably.
Yeah, I think he'll do okay in the race. I think he may struggle in qualifying, but he's normally quite consistent with his lap times.
Well, I mean, the worst place he's going to start is P14, so I suppose it's not too bad. As Mr. Mighty crossing the line, it is a valid lap time, and it's going to be a 31.0, and that puts him P5 in the session right now. It's not too bad. Tim is out on track as well. He's currently last place in the moment as well, being knocked down. He has gone purple as well, apparently. I think I'm just getting purple sectors everywhere, though. Comes to DRS action point. Hits that. Nailed that. Fair enough. Mr. Bandit saying Chris should be F4, 100%. Not sure about that. With the way Q1 was so tight and the way Q2 is so tight, I think Chris... It depends on the next race as well, because some people go well at different races.
I mean, Fruit Boy's only 2 tenths off of him currently, so you never know if he, you know, messed up a corner or anything.
Well, but yeah, but if you look at Miss Ethan, he's 6 tenths off Mr. Fruit Boy and 8 tenths off Chris, and he is the 3rd medium runner, so... But we have still got a few people to set lap times, including my Mercedes teammate of Mr. Hippo and Mr. Daniel in the pits as well. They're literally leaving it until the last minute. We've got some yellow flags. Hopefully just can't get out of the way, no one in the barriers. Here comes Timmer though, coming to the line. He's got to improve. Well, he kind of can't not improve. Comes to the line, it's a 31.3, puts him P6 a minute. So if you're in the 130s, I'd say you're safe.
Yeah, I think the cut-off will be around Timmer's time, maybe 31.3.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm expecting.
Maybe Carl, safe, 31.4.
Exactly, Shane. Shane just putting in the chat that quality doesn't really matter. It's the race that you see people's pace, and as you saw from the Mercedes team yesterday, doesn't matter about quality at all. Hippo invalidated, by the way, which isn't great if you're on medium ground tyres. You don't want to do too many laps, but once again, saying that, they are restarting the lobby after this.
Would that change your thinking? Would you do multiple laps if you knew you were getting new tyres? Or would you think you've taken the best out of them, so...
Yeah, I do more than one lap. Just because there's a chance you can improve on mediums for like 4 laps. So I keep going around for 4 laps, just trying to beat it and beat it and beat it. So, personally for me, yes it would. As a 30.3 from Mr. Skyline, puts in P3. And that is definitely safe. Hippo gonna go again then. It's Muddy reminding me in the chat that there will be a restart. We already know that information, Mr. Muddy Biscuit, but thank you anyway. Right, what can Hippo do? He's in the danger zone. P14 needs to get himself out of that area. Star is completely out, by the way. P12 could drop to P14. There's a lot of people in the pit lane retiring, so that's good to see, rather than crashing out on track. Right, Mr. Hippo.
What?
Through the fast left, doesn't spin it.
What can the Mercedes do? Both of them.
This is a good question. Yeah, they're both on laps now, aren't they? Mr. Hippo, this is where he invalidated before. He's got to get through the chicane. He gets the curve a bit wrong. Gets a nice exit, though. How far up or what kind of sector 2 splits it looking like a 50.9? I have no idea what that means, but it's a sector split time anyway. Through the fast,
it's
right?
hard to compare times when you don't have the other splits.
Yeah. There should really be a thing saying how far you're off the leader, personally. But not today. So, Mr. Hippo rounds that left-hander. You can take curb on that left-hander, but it also spins you, so it's a 50-50. With Hippo just one more corner to negotiate, as long as he doesn't validate last corner, which can be done. He doesn't. Coming towards the line then, Mr. Hippo. What's it going to be? Is it going to be in the top 10? Is it going to be a 30 point something? It's a 31-0. That is on the cusp. He only just beat Mighty by 200 of seconds. That's pretty impressive.
Daniel's just coming around the last corner. He hasn't invalidated, so he will be setting a lap.
What kind of lap time are you expecting from Mr. Daniel then?
I think he'll be comfortably in.
Is he? No, he's
Ooh.
not comfortably.
31-1.
Only 3 cars can get knocked out, so Chris is completely safe, and he's the only driver who's completely safe. If all goes wrong, Chris is the only one. Mr. Destroyer's on the lap though, and he's coming towards the line, gets himself through, so that's pushed Kabuki into the drop zone, racing cars to the drop zone, so is Timmer now, and Daniel's on the cusp with a P10. Chris saying his race pace is meh, but don't want to listen to that, because he's probably lying. He's probably got the best race pace on the grid. Anyone on the lap?
We've got Timmer and Racing Car just about to start their laps. So Racing Car just over the start finish.
Dano is. Dano on lap? Nah, Dano's not on lap. I think Destroyer is. I'm not sure.
Racing Car's on a lap. He's just in sector 1.
Alright, I'll watch Racing Car then as he goes through the fast right-hander into left. Misses the apex there. Or is that just a racing line for him, do you reckon?
He's taking that very narrow. You can go a lot wider there.
Yeah, if you go too wide, you end up on the marbles, don't you? And then the car kind of breaks loose from you and you spin. So, interesting. As he heads towards the chicane, gotta nail it. Can he nail the chicane? Will he invalidate? Gonna find out. Gets through it first bit, gets through the second bit nicely as well. Should be on for a top 10, would you say? Daniel's retired, by the way, so Daniel could be out here depending if Tim or Racing Car or Kabuki beat his lap time.
It said it was purple sector 2 from Racing Car, so is this an actual purple or is it a personal best purple?
He also got purple sector 1, so he was only 4/10 off in Q2, so this could legitimately be purple sectors as he's coming towards The line then, just 2 corners to negotiate now, 1 corner. Tight right-hander clips the curb quite a lot. Balances the car. Do you touch that curb at the final corner? Or do you try and avoid it?
I try and avoid the final one.
Well, he gets himself out of the drop, so which does push Daniel in. So Daniel Starr definitely out. Tippett's also out because he's in the pit lane, so it's all up to Kabuki then. Out of turn 2. Do you reckon Kabuki can get through and beat Mr. MT Mighties, who's on 31-0 on mediums?
I believe he can. He's on the soft, so you would like to think that if he hooks a lap up, he should be able to.
Well, he's 3/10 better.
Comfortably
Which,
beat.
won't be enough. It's going to be interestingly close.
7 tenths.
Yeah. He just needs to gain 1 more tenth here, I think, and then he's definitely going to confirm through, but as long as it doesn't validate as well. So what is the Sector 2 split going to be? Up or down? Oh, he's got to gain 7 tenths, my bad. Oh, he's done that. Well, he's still going to miss out by like 300 of a second, so what can he do with the final sector? This is going to go down literally to the final sector. He's wide! Is that invalidated? How is that not invalidated? He was all 4 wheels on track. Let's mess up his next corner. Oh my god, this could be very close. Do you reckon he can do it now, or do you reckon that mistake's going to be too big for mistakes to come back from?
No, I think he'll still be good. I don't think he'd have lost too much time.
Oh, but he's messed up the final corner as well. This is going to be so close. I don't think he's done enough. Can he beat a 31-0 from Mighty to beat him?
He does.
Wow, he can. By 3/10 of a second, including that mistake. Racing cars on track, but he is pitting. So that is qualifying done here for Q2. Any surprises in that one?
Having Daniel as a teammate last year, or last season, should I say, I thought he may be able to spring a better lap time, but then it depends on how much practice people have had, like in the off season. So some have obviously played the game more than others.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a bit of a shock for me personally that Chris has managed to top both qualifying sessions so far. But can he do the whole 3 and get the final qualifying one, which is most important? That is the question. And he's in the chat. Your last season Div 5 champion, I do believe. And he's saying Jono Opnir goes completely over the curb, which is interesting, on the last corner.
Oh, so he cuts it.
That is very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But would that be for a hot lap, or is that every lap? Because I can imagine that you lose time going down the start-finish straight if you're doing that.
Yeah, I would have said so. Don't know. But once again, this time, yeah, you are right, by the way, saying it'd be a bit closer. You now got 4 tenths separating the top 7, and still 1.9 seconds separate the top 14. But that is because Star crashed.
So we have 3 people use the softs.
Supposedly. That can be wrong. Because I don't know why, but it's always wrong. Because sometimes you can be on the soft and you're actually on the mediums. That's one bug that I noticed. One bug, sorry, that I've realised on this game. But meanwhile, into Q3. Pole position bets in the chat. What do you think who's going to get pole here?
Andy Yuskins rooting for Fruit Boy. That may be a constructor's.
Who do you think is going to get pole then?
Can you look past Chris? Top in both sessions. He's going to be there or thereabouts. Same with Fruit Boy, I think. I think.
Well, if you look at the TT, you're looking Destroyer pole, but we haven't really seen Destroyer's true pace, I feel, yet. So Destroyer's gonna be up there. I think Mr. Carl's gonna be up there. Chris is definitely up there. Fruit Boy as well, and Mr. Dano. I think the rest of them, they've got a chance, but I don't think it's as likely of a hood of them getting pole position as those top 5. But who knows? Alice might throw something in. Skyline might throw something in. Kabuki, Ethan, and Hippo. Although I was surprised Hippo's not crashed yet. He's usually known for that.
To be fair to Hippo, he's running no traction on a pad. Now, I wouldn't advise it.
That is what I do. It's doable.
I did not know that's
few...
what you did.
Yeah, I got no assists on pad. Completely no assists. Which,
I just feel you have more
things.
control with, obviously, a wheel and pedals, because obviously you got more leverage.
Well, I do have a wheel, and I actually can't do it. I don't know why, but it's like, what was it, turn 3 at Austria, I go over that turn 3, and it'll automatically just spin me every time, not even without touching the throttle.
Yeah, I struggled at first, but yeah, you do get used to it fairly quickish.
It's interesting line by Ellis the Great. Completely all 4 wheels off for the final corner, but it didn't ruin his next lap.
They're all very close together.
They are indeed. As Dano's saying, well, Timbo's saying Dano for pole. So, I don't know. This is gonna be tight.
Yeah,
but
and
first one across the line is gonna be Ellis.
Putting his eggs in the Dano basket.
Ooh. I think, for me personally, I'm going to go Chris. Who are you going to go?
I'm going to go Fruit Boy.
Alright, well, we've got a load of mixes here. It ends up being like,
well, mate,
it's a destroyer or something.
That's good. It means that there's no one out-and-out favourite. Unfortunately, Hippo's invalidated on his first
I think Ethan's gone for a spin. He has indeed. So that's a shame for Ethan. He's ruined his first lap as well as Hippo. I think everyone else is still validated though. We're going to find out though, because this is a tricky bit of the course coming up for Mr. Ellis the Great. Got to get the second exit. He does indeed get it. I think that was a lot of time there actually, that a lot of the F2 drivers losing time was in the final sectors. I noticed that Unity Hush on his qualifying laps, he lost a lot of time in the final sector alone.
Do you feel that's setup wise though? Do you think that's because they're running a bit more drag?
It could be set up. It could also be sandbagging. No, I'm joking. It's probably a setup. It's Ellis the Great, 29.5.
It's not a bad start.
30.0 for Carl. Fruit Boy, 28.9. That is a lap and a half. He's not going to be beaten by Chris though, as he's coming towards the line. He's on a 29.0, not beating Fruit Boy. Mr. Dano though, what about him? Out the final
Last
corner.
across the line.
Coming towards the line. No, he doesn't.
Goes third.
Wow. Okay, so confidence right now, you've got to say, is more on Mr. Fruit Boy. And Ethan with the least amount of confidence, because he's the one who spun. Looking to improve that though, out of the last corner. Start next lap. I don't know if the other guy's going to push for second lap. Some of them might, some of them won't. Double's going for Chris. Jack's going for Ellis. Oh my god, there's so many names going into this. Oh, mistake there by Ethan out of turn 2.
Double's gone for Chris.
Yeah, I mean, I think because Chris topped the first 2 sessions, you're going to be thinking he's the favourite. But I don't believe he's ever got a pole position before. Maybe wrong, but I'm pretty sure Chris has never got a pole.
Oh, the hoodoos out. Do you think that's in the back of his mind going into it?
What, Ethan or?
No, as in the back of Chris's mind. Like, do you think if you've never had a pole before, do you think you're a bit more anxious or don't throw it in as much as you should, or do you think that
that'll give you
affects
the opposite
people
effect
mentally?
I mean, everyone acts differently, but for me personally, I think it affects you more because you more want it and you're more likely going to get it because you're going to push that car twice as hard to get it. It means so much more to you if you haven't got one before than someone who has got it before. But it depends how pressure works for you. As Ethan running wide again there. He's struggling as Ethan with the setup, I think, or just lack of practice, one of the two. From a corner into last corner, his brakes are hot, you can tell that. Coming up to the line then, Mr. Ethan. Can he improve? Can he beat some lap times? Oh, no, he can. He's 2 cents off Carl. Maybe it's because he did 2 laps on those tyres. And there was a spin on that. So, not a good start for Mr. Ethan. Not a good start for Kabuki either, who pitted straight away. And same for Hippo. Interesting how the top 3 have stayed in the pits, by the way.
Yeah, I believe they'll just be doing the 2 runs and then that'll be it. They'll go out the last
Everyone
minute.
else is going to try the 3 though.
Do you have time round here to have 3 runs?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're doing one and I guess if you're doing 2 runs on one set and then another.
No, you got to do 1 set, pit, 1 set, pit, 1 set, finish. Round it. It's not a big track, so I wonder how different it's going to be at Spa, which is round 2 of the championship. We are heading over there to next. Do you like Spa? Oh my god, that was close. Chris always crashed into Hippo there as Hippo was starting his lap there. That was hella close. I know they're in a party together, so I expect there was some shouting going on there from Hippo to Chris. But that was almost a big pit lane accident. Which I am expecting, by the way, because that pit lane is horrible. Got a lot more in the chat now. Wise saying
Chris was F4.
Yeah.
Chris was F4 last season, but has moved down.
Yeah. Mr. Hippo into chicane. Gotta nail it. He does. As what? I don't know what lap time Hippo is looking for here. He obviously wants to get a top 5, but he's also another driver who's never got a pole before. I'm pretty sure on that. But I think a lot of these drivers have never got a pole before. I think Dano has.
Yeah,
I'm surprised if Dano hasn't.
I think obviously the favourites were obviously people moving down, so like Chris. Fruit Boy's new to the league. Dano was obviously doing well towards the end of last season. So they'll always be the favourites.
Kabuki's on the infield. As here comes Hippo, sets a lap of a 7th place, which is not bad. It's only 2 tenths off P6. But he is a 2nd off Fruit Boy. Kabuki's straight in the pits.
Will he have enough time to get around to do another lap?
Not now, I wouldn't have thought.
No,
like 3 minutes 20 seconds.
I think that may be it.
It's going to be close, isn't it? But I don't believe it's enough because you need like 4 minutes 30 to do 3 laps. Quick maths.
Yeah, but you only have to do your in lap and out lap. See what I mean? Because you only have to cross the line in that time.
Yeah, but you also got to think of your pit lane, how long it takes the engineers to put you in and to get you out again. Oh, Chris invalidated. Okay, that's put a spanner in the works. He's still going though, which is unusual. I thought he would have backed off and tried to save some fuel to go again. Unless he's going to pit straight away. He might have time to pit again.
I believe he'll just go
Carl's
round again if he's got enough fuel.
I don't believe anyone's actually on a lap except from Carl. I don't believe anyone's in front of him. I think Destroyer might be. No, not Destroyer. Skyline's not started lap yet, so I believe the lead car is Mr. Carl right now. Oh, the chicane out the other side in the Haas. It's got to be at 28.9 for pole. Or he could be looking. Well, top 5 is still half a second away, but it depends what Carl's pace is like as he's going through this fast right-hander. Into the left, tricky left-hander, don't touch the curb. Well, you can touch the curb, but it's risky. Gets away with it. 50% left in his ERS tank as well. Shouldn't be an issue. Runs wide there, out the penultimate corner, into the last corner. Bit away from the apex. Wants to start finish straight. Where is Carl going to get then? Towards the line, Carl comes 7th.
Skyline has
Chris
invalidated.
Chris has decided he hasn't got enough time to get round, so it's interesting.
So is it a straight fight between Dano and Fruit Boy per pole?
Well, there's only 48 seconds left on the clock. Destroyer's on a lap. Destroyer's only like going down a tenth though. Code to light. Ghost P2.
28.98.
400s off. So, unless Dano or Ellis could throw something into the mix here, this could be pole position for Mr. Fruit Boy. Still a long way to go yet. Half a second up is Ethan, which is right now going to put in P7. He's run very wide. I feel like that might just cost him a lot of time. Kabuki's started his lap as well now. Just 10 seconds left to go on the clock. I don't believe Hippo's going to get around in time, so that's Hippo's qualifying done as well. Coming to line, here comes Ethan. He's not going to be able to cross on the line, so this is it for Ethan. Where's he going to start? P8, possibly, depending if Kabuki could beat him. Kabuki's on lap, so Ellis is done. So is Racing Carl.
Skyline's gone round again, I believe.
Oh dear, I think it is a setup issue then. Oh, Mr. Destroyer is the first one to come across the line, and he is up on his lap time by 400 seconds. That's all he needs to get pole position. Can Destroyer do it on his second lap? Into left, into just one corner to go. I think he's going to run out of ERS. He needs over a tenth of a second, really, because he's going to lose a lot with no ERS left in the tank. Ellis is either spun or got out of the way nicely. But here comes Destroyer. Is it pole position? Yes, it is. By a tenth on his second lap. Can Fruit Boy beat it? Well, Fruit Boy is also up a tenth. So
Dano's just about to cross the line.
Here comes Dano. Doesn't.
Stays P4.
Skyline also does it. So it's up to Fruit Boy. He's done it. By a tenth of a second. Takes it back. But what can Kabuki do? Kabuki's pitted. He's done. That is your Q3 done then. So, were you expecting that then? Well, I suppose you did go with Fruit Boy.
I did call Fruit Boy. We did say Destroyer had good TTs. We all said Chris was up there, Dano. The predictions were correct.
Yeah, Chris is not happy about that. But now we do have to restart the lobby. And I do believe that hopefully someone's got the grids. Otherwise that could be a bit of a problem.
I've got the grid, so.
Okay. Right then. Go through your top 10 once again with Fruit Boy with just getting pole position by a tenth of a second from Destroyer. Chris in P3 followed by P4 Dano. I'll tell you what, P3, P4, that was bloody tight. P5 Ellis, a tenth back behind. A tenth back behind Ellis is Skyline. Then a second off is Carl. And 800 a second off is Ethan. With only, again, 800 off was Hippo. And Kabuki setting no time. So 1.1 seconds separate your whole field and half a second separate the top 6. So not bad from F5. Considering they are the slowest division. There's invaders left, so I'm guessing that means that everyone will be leaving the session. So you reckon Chris would be disappointed with starting P3, or do you reckon he's going to put it back of his mind and go for the win?
I think it should be okay. I think anyone starting the top, 3 or 4 places will be happy to start the season there. It's not a bad spot to be in. Hopefully you don't get caught up in the midfield battle and you can push forward.
Also, that looks rather dark, so could we have a wet race later? Is that intermediate? So is that dries? It's hard to say. You'll find out in a few minutes time when we're in the lobby and see what they put. Although it might be set to custom, so nobody knows just yet what it's gonna be, except from the drivers. Although Chris is saying it is dry. But apart from that, we are going to wait to see for them to restart the lobby. I know that there was a couple lag issues as well, so hopefully they are going to be sorted moving into the next bit. Going to wait for Invade to join the session. It's a little bit of a wait. Yeah, everyone's saying dry now, so that's cool. Just very overcast and cloudy, like it was at the start of qualifying. You got any predictions for your race? What is your race, Mr. Immortal?
Predictions for my race or this race?
Your race. We'll go over positions of this race on the formation lap, that kind of thing. Which, by the way, you will be doing the formation lap.
Yeah.
Just to remind you.
I believe my race will be hard for. I think. I didn't get too many points in F5 last year, but I've obviously increased speed. But some of the F4 are a bit quick. I think I can keep with them, but whether I'm fast enough to go past people will be another matter. But we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, I can pick up a few points here and there, and yeah, have some good racing.
Well, it is a DRS train. That is definitely one thing. Occasionally on the lobby, I'll invite you. But yes, if you're stuck in traffic, you want to have lower wings. So I know that Predouts was telling me before my F2 race that I should lower my wings and have a higher ride height. I don't know if anyone's going to do that going into this race. Obviously, do remember your setup, by the way, guys. If you are racing, you need to re-upload that. You don't want to press A and then realise you haven't done your setup. That's the worst feeling. I know Chris has done that before in a few races. Such an easy mistake to make, though, because you forget about it. So all the drivers joining now. Obviously, my race didn't go according to plan, but my quali was good, so I didn't really have to worry about slipstream train as much as other people who were stuck in the pack. What's your kind of liking of France? You like the track or no?
It's okay. I don't feel either positive or negative about it. I'm not fast there or anything, so.
Okay, so it's one of those where you're just gonna see how it goes and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, just especially first race of the season, a lot of people are a bit more aggressive, shall we say. So I'll just try and stay out of the shindigs and yeah, try and stay clean. I think that will be my race.
Yeah. Just kind of wait for everyone to join now, and then hopefully lobby settings will be correct this time. Such an easy thing to do as well, as not do lobby settings correctly. No, Dano, right, so I'll go through this now. You can't use stream for the tyres, because on my screen it's going to be different to everyone else's screen, because obviously we're comms. So someone could be on the mediums are definitely right, but if you're on the softs and it comes up as softs, you could also be on the mediums. So it's you can't really tell the tyres for Q2 for the stream, sadly. You would be able to in the race, I think, but no one could really see the race. The screenshot of the grid, I believe someone should have that. I believe Lobby Host should have it, but also I know that Immortal's got it in case anyone wants it. Also, Mr. Immortal, did you watch the 24 in 1 hour race?
I did not.
What? You know, the best race in history, and you didn't watch it?
I did not, no.
Oh, that was quite an entertaining start to the race. There was about 15 cars off the grid within 2 laps, and then after that, about 30 cars in the gravel trap by like an hour into the race. So it's quite a quite a crashy Le Mans start to the race, really. Not one that I'm used to. Who is on what tyre in the top 10? Hippo's asking. Honestly, I believe Well, yeah, there was a few on softs. I think 3 people were on softs, and the rest were on mediums. Medium tyre is definitely mediums, by the way. It's just a soft. You don't know if they were on the softs or the mediums, because that's the bit that's broken.
I will just check on the screenshots that I've got. However, obviously, if they were on mediums, then they can show and prove that they were on mediums.
Got to let a fellow driver let them know that they don't have to join the top 3. If you don't want to join the top 3 to speak your interviews, in case you are in the top 3, because you're just not confident yet, that is absolutely fine. You don't have to join, but you can text me the thing if you want.
The 3 that I have on softs are Racing Kyle, Ellis the Great, and Kabuki.
Yeah, I mean, that's interesting how those 3 sides gone sauce. But like you say, I mean, this is an early safety car, and that's what you're banking on. But it is France. Is there going to be a safety car? Do you think there's going to be a safety car today?
Most races in F5 last season did have at least a safety car. So I would put money on there being a safety car. Whether it's a virtual or an actual safety car will be another thing.
You're going to put money on it, are you? You're going to turn us into betting. Jamie might as well turn up in the chat now. Here's betting, he'll be right back.
I will put my PayPal details in the stream. No, I was joking.
How much are you betting? All his life savings? Yes. How much is there? Like 2 quids? Is that your life savings?
I have a little bit more than £2 of life savings.
I am impressed.
I know. Being an adult.
That's more than Lincoln. He's got like £1.50. Talking about Lincoln, he has decided to skive off today. As you'll know from last week, he likes his football. And there seems to be a game on at some point. Something called Lincoln game, whatever. Yeah, football. I'm sure all the football fans will know what I mean, but there is a game on and he's decided to go watch it with his son, which is fair enough. Doesn't want to stream with me, doesn't want to curve me, so instead I'm left with this guy called Immortal, which is just even worse. So can't really get this stuff, can I?
I'll try to do my best of bringing up your horror story from yesterday as much as I possibly can to haunt you.
Yeah, I mean, I am okay after that crash, by the way. I got a headache from that crash and a heartbreak as well from realising that I'm now 25 points down behind the championship leader. But that's racing. I expect it's a long season ahead of 18 races. If I win 3 races on the bounce, which I doubt, and the championship gets second every race, then I'm still like 4 points behind. So it's not won or lost yet. So we'll see, we'll see. When is it starting? Well, they are readying up now, so hopefully soon. But you know, never know. What else is there being put in the chat? Lobby problems at the minute, says Chris. Double saying sure there's going to be a safety car. Dano putting I know me, Chris definitely on Meads. That's all I remember. Yeah, Chris is definitely on mediums. So make sure you pick the right tyres, make sure you pick your setups on, make sure you do your fuel. Don't ready up early. I swear if anyone does this after they've been listening to the stream.
And keep it clean. Or not.
What? Clean? No. No. Well, no. Well, to be fair, we only had 2 crashed in quali. How did that happen? Right, it's not as dark as before. It seems a bit light. Right, just got to wait for them all to ready up. As we can do this, by the way, you can go on to Race Direct so you can see the tyres. So got to make sure they're all on the right tyres. They're all currently on mediums. We know that's wrong.
Yeah,
I think.
You got to wait for them to... There we go. Right. Let's just switch over.
Oh,
They've got to add their setups first, though. First thing first, get the setup correct.
Whitey's gone on hards. P11.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Going for the alternate
Is it?
strategy.
Do you reckon that's a good shout?
Hards to meds, yeah. If
Did
it's,
you not prefer going medium hard?
I prefer the alternate strategy personally. I prefer being on the tyre that they're not on, because I feel I can keep up on the
Oh,
harder
someone readied up
content.
early. 100% someone readied up early. There's no way that would start that quickly. We don't know who readied up early, because we can't see that information this year. Anyway, I'll leave you over to the formation lab. Which way are you going to do it? P17 to P1?
Yeah,
Or P1 to P17?
we'll start at the back.
Okay. Over to you.
So at the back we have EXR Invade in the Ferrari, ETH 107 in the McLaren, KJG Mando 1992. I can't see what car he is in. My bad, 1 second. He's in the Renault. It's not a Renault, it's an Alpine. I'm playing last year's game. Then we have in P14, Stars Orphan in the Alpha Tauri. Timmer, he will be in the Alfa Romeo, P13. Daniel P45 in the Mercedes. MT the Mighty in the Williams. Kabuki in the Alpine. Hippo up in P9 in the Mercedes. YT Ruli Ethan in the McLaren. Racing Carl P7 in the Haas. DOR Skyline in the Red Bull. Ellis the Great in the Alfa Romeo. Dano is in P4 in the Haas, and the top three are RSF1 Chris in the Alpha Tauri, Only Destroyer in the Red Bull P2, and your pole position is Fruit Boy 06.
Well, that was like a Lincoln type thing, you know. Got to shout out all the numbers, all the random. Yeah. Right, race predictions, guys. Who's going to win what? And also, I believe we're missing a soft runner because you said there was 3. Well, there's only 2.
But we can't change that now, so
nope.
they can.
I believe they do get disqualified
after the race.
Right then, for predictions in the chat, who's going to win, who's going to get second, who's going to get third, what you were thinking. Moving on to this race start, anything can happen. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 red lights for the France Grand Prix Division 5 underway. That was a quick start. Great start for Fruit Boy with the pole position. He gets a good start. Even better start for the Dano, I believe that is. Looking to try and go 3 wide. Doesn't quite make it through, but the whole shot goes to Fruit Boy. Clean further back a little bit. As everyone... Oh,
everyone's made it round.
Off. Contact at the back. There's damage off as well. Someone definitely lost damage. Don't know who it was. But for leaders, it's Fruit Boy from Chris in P2. He's made a great start. P3 for Destroyer. But other than that, oh, Destroyer going for a switchback on Chris up the inside into the right-hander. Gets to move Dunn into P2. Or does he? They're still side by side. It's a fast left-hander. What? That's brave. Oh my god, what a move by Ellis the Great trying to get both passes them. He got past Destroyer there, being very brave. He's looking to go up the inside, heading into the chicane now.
Invades
out
from the back. Up 6 positions already, half a lap in.
Wow, that's a great start of Mr. Invade. As losing the rear very much as Ellis the Great is pushing so hard on soft ground tyres. I saw a spin at the back. Was it Hippo?
Hippo is round.
Dano?
Yeah. Hippo
is it Dano?
Round. Stars.
Dano's dropped from. Skyline's
out.
At the fast right-hander, his car has hit the wall.
Virtual safety car.
Luckily. Oh, there you go. There's the bet. Will the soft runners pit?
I personally think it's too early. I would stay out.
And you are on fresh tyres, so... Is anyone going to pit? I know there was damage for someone. We have got a pit of Racing Carl. Was it Carl who got damage? Oh, it must have been such a bad start for the Haas boys, because one went around and one's got damage.
Hippo is also in.
There we go. Oh, yeah, he's got a penalty as well. Ah, a star. Not ideal for him, but it is Fruit Boy with a 1.8 second lead from Mr. Chris, who's got the Ellis all over the back of him. Ethan and Destroyer looking racy further back though. Is Mr. Destroyer going to go around the outside? Thought about it, backs out of it. Yellow flags at the back, off goes Mando. Oh, that's a shame. What are these drivers doing today?
A few of them struggling.
Well, I suppose it is cloudy, so you're going to be down on track temperature. Wait, was that a spin? Yes, it was. In the wall goes Ethan. And he's out of the session. That is a fast crash. He's done what Mando did. And I wouldn't be surprised if that brings out a safety car. I'm surprised it hasn't yet. There's a lot of cars to go through that section.
Kyle getting a
Maybe it's because we just had it.
Penalty.
Fruit Boy still with a 2.3 second gap from Mr. Ellis, who's all over the back of him. Oh, they are struggling through that fast right. Luckily, everyone getting through safely this time through lap 2. Hopefully everyone gets through there safely, as I got a lovely camera angle there of them all going through. But not the cleanest of starts.
Oh, Daniel spun right in front of Invade.
Oh, he's in the middle of the track.
Timmer.
Oh, another one spun into him. This is a huge crash. Oh, Mighty's off. Points in the wrong round as well. Don't rejoin. Oh my god, that's dangerous. Oh, we might get a safety car here because there's a lot of debris on the track now. I would be surprised. Oh, we've got another one off. I think he spun. Oh, I don't know. There's just yellow flags going everywhere. Up the inside goes Destroyer on Mr. Ellis, which is interesting considering Ellis is on the stock brand tyres. There's a lot of cars in the pits now, and there's a lot of debris around. So, if we don't get a safety car from that debris, then that's interesting. Welcome to F5, says Eth. Yeah. Well, not Eth, Ethan, I meant. If we got Ethan, that's going to get me very complicated.
And they're in the same team as well, just to help things.
It's like people have the same name for just that kind of reasoning. As here comes Ellis looking back up the inside. Is chicane. Half-hearted move, but
pulls out
space. Yeah, no way through this time round. Is there going to be a safety car? Because they are approaching. Oh, another one's off. That is a big off Mando. No, he's in the middle of the track. Don't stay there. Oh my god, Carl avoids him, but he has to go off the track to avoid him. What is going on in this Grand Prix? Oh, he's off. That's another one off. That's Invade out from P5. Made a great start. 10 positions. He's out of the session now. That should be a safety car. It's only a virtual. Oh my god, how's that not a safety car? What is going on?
So, in all this madness, who are the winners and losers? Well, the biggest winner is Eth, up to 8th. 8 positions gained. Timmer's up 7 positions. Yeah. And Kabuki up 5.
Yeah, they're both on the sauce, but if you look at the pit stops as well, a few of them have made one. I think to bring a lot of people back into this race, though, we needed a safety car. This is dramatic. Are real safety cars on? Yes, of course, safety car is on. If we didn't have safety cars, we wouldn't have virtual. So here we go then for the virtual safety car restart, probably approaching soon. You'd imagine.
Yeah, you'd have thought Ellis will be all over the back of Destroyer, being on the softs to his mediums.
I don't believe anyone pitted under that virtual safety car this time round. As into chicane, still under virtual safety car. Should be going green soon though, you'd imagine.
Oh, Eth's going very slow. Oh.
So there we go. No one got a drive through. We have got yellows. I think Carl's had an incident somewhere.
No, that was Eth. He must have had his delta quite high and then just stopped on track almost to not get a drive through.
Where is nearest battle on track right now? Would you say 4th and 5th nearest battle? 0.7 separating them?
Ellis.
I'd say so.
On Destroyer. 3rd and 4th.
Yeah. This is a very spread out field right now. And I expect it's either going to keep spreading out with more virtual safety cars, or we might get a safety car later on this race. But with strategy wise, none of the top 5 have pitted yet. But Ellis on the softs, not catching the mediums. So that's an interesting one. Any thoughts about this start so far from you?
I think it was as expected. I think a lot of people don't at the start of the season, don't do practice with others. They'll just do time trials or on themselves, so they don't actually have the dirty air. So I think that's what we're seeing from the few that have spun off on corners, where normally they'd be going around them fairly fast, but obviously with the dirty air they can't take as much speed as they normally do.
Yeah, just to cut across you there, that was a huge save by Ellis the Great out of that right-hander. That was something else. And Daniel's crashed again in the last corner, the last 2 corners, so Daniel's not having a great day. I've got to reposition my chair because someone decided
he's got
to
no
knock me
damage and he's
massively.
continuing round. I think he might just be struggling with heating up the hards, as he's just pitted last lap.
Oh, Dano got on the curb there. I thought he was going to go for a spin, but he got a penalty for it instead. Not a great start for Dano. He ended up, like, well, starting top 4 and then ended up in a spin, which dropped him well down the field. And sadly, a penalty is not going to help that either. But, this is the closest gap at the moment. 0.5 separating these 2 drivers.
Fruit Boy with the fastest lap. I think he's just pulling out nicely.
As Daniel's gone around again. It's a shame for the Merc. As Ellis in the pits, he's going to go on to medium compound tyres and a new front wing. Interesting. I don't know when he broke that front wing, but that might explain why he was struggling more compared to Kabuki on the softs. Don't know when he broke that though. Hippo is all over the back of Star. Star, obviously, after his crash in qualifying, is not going to want to repeat that in this race. And something else is interesting is Ellis has come out in front of this lot.
Yeah, I think he should be able to pull away. I mean, he had relatively good pace to the people around him when he had a broken wing, so you'd hope he'd move up the field.
A mistake by Star allows Hippo up the inside and gets moved under to Hippo. As his teammate is off again. Just the hards are so bad around this track, to be fair to him. And it's just not made his life easier. As watching Dano through the fast right again, he's in the dirty air. No move this time round. Racing Carl is not far away either. But is Star going to be able to come back with Hippo? He's got 95% ERS. If he really wanted to, probably could try and get Hippo back. But not yet, anyway. Unlike Mando, who's used up all his ERS. Sorry to cut across you there. Oh, all in the pits.
Dano and Tim are very close. I think Dano's going to be making a move, maybe down the main straight.
Well, they're going to pass. Kabuki's gone for the pit stop already. He wanted that safety car, and sadly, it hasn't quite happened for him. What I do know is Hards will get to the end of the race from here, but that depends if he goes Hards, and he hasn't. He's gone to medium, so he's going for a 2-stopper on this race. As Adam Lee saying he thinks it's on reduced, mate. I don't know what safety car's supposed to be on. It's either reduced or standard. I don't know. But I'm sure the settings have been sorted out now properly, and if not, then that's going to be an issue for lobby hosts.
Yeah, the safety cars are on reduced, yeah.
Are they supposed to be on standard? I don't know. As here comes Dano, like your prediction was. Very racy up the inside. It's chicane. Very late on the brakes. That's a corner cut. He definitely got a warning for that one.
Oh, he's had a massive off. He's in the wall. And now
get away with it?
He's back on track, yeah.
So he got lucky there, did Heath. Only to lose 1 position as well. But another spin. Or another near spin. It's not really what I was expecting from this. But the Mercedes, not the Mercedes, Fruit Boy is, oh, okay, the Mercedes driver has crashed. He's watching them all go past him. Don't take anyone else out. It's got to rejoin nice and safely. Oh, that's safe-ish, I suppose. Oh, and he's gone again. Oh, he's having a bad day. That's a shame. He might just retire the car. I'm surprised he hasn't yet. It's these 2 drivers. The 2, no, that's a Haas with Dano. He's now coming under attack from Timmer. Timmer going round the outside into turn 1. Not going to make that one work, though. As he's going to try and get the switch back, as my TV's now going to try and turn off. Is he going to look up the inside? Thought about it. Not quite.
He's got 30 extra ERS. 30% extra, should I say. So he should he could just deploy it all down the straight and pass Dano with the DRS and DRS quite easily, I'd imagine.
Do you reckon he'll want to pass him?
I would personally stay behind him for another lap and make him use up his ERS first, and then just use the DRS to stay with him. Because you don't get much opportunity around this track to actually charge up your battery. So
here comes Ellis. Sorry to cut across you. It's chicane. I think that's going to be quite an easy move though from Ellis, and it is indeed. Gets moved done. He's now to P9. Almost lost the car again there. It's interesting how many loose setups people are using. Chris is closing the gap to leader, by the way. He's gained 5/10 somewhere. Because it was 2 seconds. But I think it was even 3.1 at one point, so he's half the gap down massively. Just in the last couple of laps. That's a huge mistake by Heath. He's not comfortable. Neither is Daniel, who's gone for another rotation. Oh, my teammates! Oh, both Mercedes are off at once!
Round.
Has he got damage? Did he get away with it? I think he got away with that one, did Hippo. That's a shame. Both Mercedes going for spins at the exact same time, though. Oh, dear. Right,
Daniel
here comes
Kabuki in the
Kabuki
pits.
to retire. Kabuki up the inside of turn 1. Gets move done. Heath gives him loads of space.
No, I believe he's
Very small chip.
persevering.
Oh, wow. Ellis rounding outside of Heath there to get the move done as well. Heath just lost 2 positions in two corners. So I think his tyres are either dying off more or he's just not as confident as those around him. As I say that though, Mando's on the same set of tyres and kind of staying with him a bit more as I said that though. Mando was crashed. Through the fast left-handers. That gap at the front is coming down.
Yeah,
Massively.
I think Fruit Boy might be struggling a bit. Either that
Chris has kept at it.
or Chris is putting in some good laps.
Further back, not really any overtakes this time round. From this battle between Ellis and Heath. And even further back than that, there's...
Yeah, Ellis is catching Kabuki now, so he is making his way back up the field after pitting for the mediums.
Well, he's got to do this because he's got to pit again.
Fruit Boy with
But
a
I think a
3
lot
second
of them
time
still
pen.
have to.
That may come into play.
Oh my god! So that's put Chris in to lead this Grand Prix. Oh no, Fruit Boy is... Is it the pressure that Chris is putting on?
They're doing very well with the pens. You know, lap 10, there's only 4 of them with a penalty.
Ellis up the inside. You were saying that he was catching them, and he is indeed. He gets me done into turn 1. Although the Alpine's looking back on the inside, contact to the ground. He's gone for a spin. Oh, that's a shame. Kabuki probably should have backed out of it as his teammate is battling the McLaren. And Heath backs off there. Doesn't want to fight the position off the track. But that's a shame for Kabuki, who is only just pitted as well. Not ideal by any stretch of imagination. As off goes Daniel again. Oh god, Daniel. He's going to find a wall at this rate. 1.5 seconds, so this time round...
he's in the wall. Oh, he's gone. Is he gone? He's lost his front wing.
He's lost his whole wing. Is that going to cause a safety car? I know if you lose your whole wing, it can.
He has lost his whole wing. And it's not a safety car. He's still alive. Somehow.
I don't even know
some
what
way.
to comment on. Yeah, that's impressive. Back to the leaders. The gap is 1.4, 1.5. Kind of staying the same now, but is that because Chris gave him a penalty and he's just like, I don't need to push anymore? What is the mindset of Chris right now? Well, he's just lost another 10th there. I think he's really trying just to get the DRS range, but he has got 20% less DRS than Fruit Boy as well. That's another factor you got to look into.
Yeah, has he just been pushing too much the last few laps to try and catch up? And now it's... They'll be looking to pit soon as well, so the tyres are not going to be in the best condition.
No. But you will get 30% ERS back in the pits. So you can use up quite a bit of RS in your first stint and gain some back in your after you pit. So maybe that's the strat he's going for, just trying to use up a little bit more before you pit. Your pit window is lap 11, which is now, but because you have fresh tyres, it's now going to be pushed to lap 12 or lap 13.
Daniel's in the pit for his new wing.
Oh god. And he's retired. So that is one Mercedes out of the race, which means no points again for Mercedes for almost the 4th race in a row. Depending on what Hippo can do. Chris is in. Alright, Chris. What are you going to pit onto? Hards, hopefully, if he's set it up right.
I believe he'll pit onto hards. He was speaking about the undercut earlier, so I believe that's what he's gone for.
And Dan is following him in. Dano is hopefully going to go to hards as well. Is he going for a front wing change as well? Dano is. So Dano also lost his front wing so much, which means he's got a long pit stop. Which means he's going to be going for a long way back. He's going to drop back massively, I think, towards...
Racing car.
Ellis is going to jump him. Ellis has jumped him into P5.
Yeah, Racing car is on the softs, interestingly.
Is that a mistake, you reckon? Right, Danny's going to come out in P7. He's got Eth right behind him on the mediums, so you've got to say Eth's going to be trying to overtake him straight away. Although saying that, Eth's taken that very easily. But like you said, oh, Stars lost the rear. That's going to allow up the inside goes Mr. Carl. Gets moved done. Nice and easily. Were you expecting an actual full course safety car by now?
Yeah, I would have thought so. However, obviously it's the track as well, because obviously the cars are not likely to be across the track. So, with a wide
another thing,
area.
by the way, Destroyer's pitted and Fruit Boy stayed out another lap.
That's
what is Destroyer pit on? It's on to hards as well. Nice pit stop there. Timmer's in the pits. Right, Chris, where are you going to come out towards Destroyer? He's going to massively jump Destroyer. Wow. It's not even a competition. So, Chris now taking P2. And what is the gap between first and second? 23.4 seconds. That is... They're going to come out roughly the same.
Yeah, I believe it is a 23 second pit stop.
There is battling going on in the background. Carl all over the back of Kabuki now. Kabuki obviously going for a spin earlier with contact.
Timmer comes out of the pits
Carl.
just in front of Mando.
Carl gets the move done on the start finish straights. Gets himself into P8 now. But he has really got to maximise himself on the soft compound tyres. A mistake there by Kabuki that's lost him a lot of time as well. Interesting strategy decisions going on around this field though. Another thing to add, he's gained 4 tenths as a lap, now 5 tenths as Chris, but he has used a lot of ERS to get that gap down. And Fruit Boy stayed out another lap.
Yeah, you would have thought he'd have seen that interval dropping and would have pitted to cover Chris.
Unless he's going to go for a different
Sector
strategy.
one.
As off goes McLaren of Eth. Eth is the only McLaren left, and sadly he's going for a rotation. Gets out of the way of the race leader, luckily. Alright, that was an interesting battle I was looking at. There seems to be a good battle going on from P5 to P7. With Dano now onto the back of Mando. And obviously, Racing Car is going to be catching up to these, like, rapidly on the softs. But how is your race leader already? Oh, that's a mistake there from Dano. I think he got caught out by Mando pitting.
Race leader's in, I believe.
Okay.
Oh no, that's his
No, he's
teammate.
not.
Is his teammate? Yeah, it's Mando.
Wait, but Chris has gained a full second.
Yeah, the undercut is quite strong around here.
He's now gained another bit of time on him. This gap's humongous.
He's got to pit.
Unless he goes for the medium soft strap because you're on fresh tyres.
Ah, maybe. Maybe.
But, I don't know. I don't see that working.
Dano
Oh,
is
was
all
that
over the
a
back of
spin?
Timmer.
Yes, it was. Off goes East again. I saw it in the background. And he's gone for rotation.
ERS, straight through. Dano on Timmer.
Ah. Is Timmer going to be able to respond, do you think? Probably not. Are they saying that? They're on the same amount of fresh tyres.
Dano's only got 3% ERS left, so he did burn it all to get past.
Oh, wow. And he's going to struggle with that all race now, because you can't get ERS background here. Unless there is a safety car, which is not looking likely at the moment. To the left-hander, Dano using up all the curb. 20.5 is the gap between your top two. But Chris just got himself a penalty. Chris! You didn't want that penalty.
Talking of penalties,
Now they are-
I'll give a quick rundown.
Okay.
Freak Boy and Chris, 3 seconds. Ellis and Dano, 6 seconds. Carl, 6. Kabuki, 5. And Empty the Mighty, 3.
Oh, not too many penalties. I expect a little bit more by this point. But, as it is, as Ellis once again losing the rear. I've got to notice, Ellis is losing the rear quite a lot through this part of the section that he was in. 19.7 is the gap between your top two. Surely Fruit Boy bids now. Otherwise, he is going for the medium soft strat, which I don't believe is going to work. He is in. He's in. He's in. Okay.
I believe he's going to lose
Oh.
the lead. Oh, and he
Did he
gets
just
to
speed?
5 seconds speeding in the pit lane.
Oh no! Destroyer is on to overtake Fruit Boy as well. How far back is Ellis? Although Ellis does have to pit again, I think. He's been on softs. No, softs won't get to the end. Softs will not make
12 laps?
12 laps. No, no. They only make 7. Has this handed Chris first victory because of a bad strategy call for Fruit Boy? Unless Fruit Boy can make this work, which I don't think he can. Well, we have seen miracles in the past, but 12 laps around France.
Unless he
that's
gets a
taking
lucky
something.
safety car, I think he may have thrown this.
Ellis in the pits, by the way. I want to see where Ellis comes out. I reckon between this battle here, between Mighty and Kabuki, one in the Williams, one in the Alpine, both new to, well, no, I don't think either of these. Well, I think Kabuki joined late last season in the last 2 races, but Mighty, I believe, has been in here for a little while. Where are they going to come out in comparison to Ellis? They both jump Ellis. That's going to give Ellis a bit of a headache to try and pass these 2 drivers. He's bid onto mediums. Mediums will make it to the end.
Carl has also come out on mediums this lap.
Fruit Boy is gaining that gap on Chris like there is no tomorrow, but he's got to pull out another 20 seconds. So I don't think it's going to be able to make it to the end. Oh, that was a late move there by Ellis, trying to get the move done. You need to relax, Ellis. You don't have to rush to get past these 2 drivers. There is a 17-second gap in front. Although this is going to be a trip, this is going to be a double move for Ellis. Is Ellis going to be able to try and get both of them here? Heading towards chicane. Kabuki gets the move. Ellis trying to get past both of them. That is going to work. Do a huge dive bomb there by Kabuki. Doesn't make it work though.
Ellis
Oh,
got
that was almost ending a tis.
another
That was
moment
a huge
coming
save
out.
by Ellis. Yeah. Ellis in ERS mode, but he's just used it all up now. Into the fast right. Don't go side by side through that. Oh, he's pushing him. He's hit him. Ellis is spinning. Ellis is saving the century. What a save. Ellis. That was a save and a half. How he's not got broken wing from that either, I honestly don't know. But that was something else. Meanwhile, to the lead of this race, Fruit Boy is over the back of Chris. Surely it's going to be a nice, easy overtake, though. Chris using ERS, but it's honestly no point. He's going to get past you, Chris, quite easily. But, in my opinion, he's going to have to pit again. Meanwhile, back to his battle with Ellis. Ellis back onto the start, finish straight, going to the outside. Gets move done this time. Ellis is interesting, isn't he?
He has spent the majority of the race sideways, and I'd hate to be his tyre management coach.
Do you think he can make those tyres to the end anymore? Dear.
He's making it work. He's in the points. He's up to 6th.
God. Just reading the comments there. That was some interesting ones. Heath gets out the way of another driver. Did that driver just spin? Was that Destroyer? Or was Heath getting out? I'm not sure. But is Chris already lost DRS? Yes, he has. Can you show us the pit number count? But stops. There you go. So everyone has pitted now. 2 stops for Ellis and 3 stops for Carl. So Carl's had an interesting strategy to this race. Chris making mistakes through turn 2. That'd be a track limits warning. You know what really shaped this race up?
Are you gonna say a safety car?
We had a late. Yes.
I think Fruit Boy is hoping for one. Because
yeah.
Can he get the softs to the end? Will he be swallowed up by Chris, Destroyer, even maybe? Well, Dano's a bit far back, but I mean, if he is a puncher, then.
But no, he didn't. Yeah. Do you reckon he's going to risk the puncher, or do you reckon he's going to pit again? What do you think Fruit Boy's strategy is?
I think he's got to risk the puncher, hasn't he? Where?
This is the longest pit stop in history for Kabuki. It's going to drop him well down. He's losing the car! Oh my god, I thought Heath was going to be at the wall then. That was another save of the season. But Fruit Boy has got to manage another 11 laps on these tyres. Now moving on to 10 laps on tyres. Guys in the chat, who's going to win this race now then? Is Fruit Boy going to be able to make his tyres work to the end, or is Mr. Chris going to be able to come back with him? Don't forget, these both have penalties. Is Destroyer going to win the race on penalties? It's all heating up here in the battle at the moment as Heath once again loses the rear out that final corner. Hey Lincoln, hello, how are you doing? How was the football? Do I even want to know how the football was? Oh god, he's going to give me a full essay on how the football was now. Probably shouldn't have said that.
So how quick are the softs compared to the hards? How far up can Kabuki get, do you reckon? Do you think he'll be able to catch up to Stars?
I know they're around 2 seconds a lap quicker, but they die off like there's no tomorrow. So I think he's going to maybe get Hippo. I don't think he's going to be able to get Star in this race. But penalty-wise, I didn't think about penalties. Maybe get Star on penalties. Almost lose the car though. Doesn't want to do that too often. Who's your bet for the win now? Who you think he's got this under control? Because, by the way, Destroyer's gained on Chris by 8 tenths of a second. Oh, spin that for Mr. Heath.
I think Destroyer's got a good shout. I think he may rely on Chris getting another pen to seal it. Fruit Boys, I think he's got to pit and he's going to drop back behind both of them. But I think he'd still get a podium because Dano's 17 back on Destroyer, so I think there's a nice gap to go into.
Yeah, I mean, this race has kind of died down a little bit, but the main question is, can Fruit Boy get to the end of this race without making another pit stop? I honestly will be godsmacked.
So we've got Roaring R6
in the
chat. It is doable, 11 laps on softs, only his tyres are gone, be about 80%, he reckons.
He did do 12 laps. Don't forget, he pitted lap, was it 15 or 16? He's retired. That's a shame for Heath. He's done good though. He's got himself some more experience in this field of racing, so he's definitely got more positives to give than negatives. As Mighty's in the pits again for the final pit stop of his race. Where's he going to come out? Around Kabuki, I reckon, if not behind Kabuki. I don't know, possibly around the Mercedes driver of Hippo. I've not really talked too much about Hippo this race. He's kind of there or thereabouts. As, by the way, his AI is going to come back onto the track here. Oh, that's a shame for Carl. Held up Carl, his AI. But there's nothing you can do about it. He didn't retire on track, he retired in the pits. As Mighty's come out P10. He's definitely going to get to the end of this race. Oh no, you are right. He's got 4 laps and there's 7 laps to go, so it is 11. But you do reckon he's going to be able to get to the end. So,
How quick are
This
they
is going
going
to
to
be
die off?
interesting.
How quick is Chris and Destroyer going to be able to catch him?
Yeah. Or is he saving them? It doesn't look like he's saving them. He's still on the power, or kind of midway through corners, which is what really uses it up. Someone just got a penalty. Who was that? I can't see
that
because I
was
got a thing in the
Kabuki.
way. Oh, okay.
That was
last
his,
8.8 seconds.
that was his first of the race. That's not bad.
Almighty blow all over the back of Star through the fast right-hander. Is he going to go up the inside? The next right-hander is looking up the inside. Star gives in the room, makes the position done on lap 21. Guess move done. Mighty into P9. Next up is Carl, who's 10 seconds up the road.
I think that'd be a hard ask.
Yeah, I mean, we were expecting Kabuki to try catch up to Hippo, but he's only gained to 8 point. He hasn't gained anything. So Hippo's had something to eat.
Oh,
clearly. Oh, we got a spin. Wait, that's Mando from P7. Is he going to get overtaken by Carl? Not likely, but he's going to have overheated tyres, and Carl is on the medium clad tyres. So, advantage Carl right now. But he has got a penalty. More than Mando.
yeah, I think penalties made the start of this race, unfortunately. Racing Carl picks up another one. So, he's got 9 seconds.
That is something, isn't it? Tell you what, though. Ellis the Great is doing some work, isn't he? Like, considering his race, he was in the pits in an interesting strategy. The Alpha Male of Timber, he's had an interesting race today. I think there's a lot of drivers have had a good showing today. But 5.7 from Fruit Boy to Chris. He's pulled out the gap by another second. This is going to be crucial with 5 laps to go in this Grand Prix. You've got to say that Fruit Boy should be going back to Chris. So I'm just filtering through the grid now, trying to find some sort of battle going on. I gotta say, I don't think there's going to be any last lap battle.
Fruit Boy's got 8 seconds of pens. Chris has got 3. Destroyer's got 0. The battle for first.
So, who's going to win this race on penalties right now? Is it?
Chris would win it on penalties right now.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no. Fruit Boy.
No.
Just.
I don't know. I'm asking you to do the math.
By
I'm trusting your word.
By point 8, Fruit Boy. It's got to get down to 5 seconds.
Okay, Chris, can you do it?
I think if he can stay at 5.7 for a lap or 2, and then I think the softs should start dying off.
Interesting. Another thing that's interesting is Carl is now within the 1 second mark of Mando. Mando obviously with no ERS, but same with Carl, they both got no ERS. Oh dear, ERS management gone out the window for these two. That's another penalty given away. Can we see total penalty? You want to just see it on here? Well, you can see it on here if you want it. There you go. Through the fast rights. It's off the track goes Mando actually, so that was a mistake by Mando. It cost him a little bit of time as well. Now you've seen that for that limited time. Give you a couple more seconds to look at it, and then I'm going to get rid of it to put it back to the tyres because this is turning out to be quite an interesting finish between these two drivers.
Hippo is also catching Stars for 10th place. He's only 1.4 behind now.
Is there a pen difference between these two drivers?
The pens? No. Yeah, Stars has got 6 seconds. Hippo's got 3, so he doesn't even need to overtake him for 10th. Just got to stay with him.
Probably will though, because Hippo is a trier. And an aggressive one, that's for certain. As Carl still around that 1 second mark, hasn't really been able to catch up to Mando despite everything that's going on in this race. Back to that leader though. Chris is now gaining on Fruit Boy. He's gained 2/10 in this lap as Chris. If he keeps at it by the line, he should be able to get this win back, because I don't know how far Destroyer is, but I think Destroyer is a bit far out of reach. to win
Yeah,
this race at the moment.
he's 11.8 seconds off the leader.
Yeah, that's a shame for Destroyer. I suppose a few of these drivers needed a safety car to get themselves back into this race, and that hasn't been the case today. Onto this back straight goes Mr. Chris in P2. The gap is not really changing massively. Hippo, meanwhile, is now getting that gap down to 1.1. And the other battle is down to 1.6. So Kara is going backwards, in fact, from Mando. But on the other hand, Hippo is catching up to Star Often a bit quicker. I'm a bit disappointed from Gabuki, to be honest. I thought he would catch up to these two drivers a bit quicker than what he has, being on those softs.
Yeah, it's not really... He's not had a bad race. Carl picks up another pen for his troubles.
Well, he has got that gap within 1 second now. So just like I said, they wouldn't catch him.
It's kind of easier if you're cutting a few corners here and there.
I suppose Cornish would know about that, as he got quite a few penalties in the race here yesterday.
Oh, Fruit Boy's in.
Oh, what? Fruit Boy's in the pits!
Did he have a
Pretty
puncture?
fresh steps. He must have. Where's he going to come out? Is Dano going to be able to get him? Oh, I don't know. Dano's going to be close. Don't think it's going to be close enough, though. I think that Fruit Boy should get in front of him. No, he shouldn't. I think Dano's going to get him. It's going to be close. Dano gets past P3 in this race, but Fruit Boy on the softs should be able to get back past Dano for P3 in this race at least. Right.
Oh, it's because
so if
Fruit
Chris
Boy
gets,
had 5 seconds.
Contact. Oh, if Chris gets another penalty, by the way, he's going to lose this race by 0.3 per second. This is not done yet. Fruit Boy's got to be patient. Through the left-hander. He's not being patient. There's more contact between the pair of them. Oh, this is going to end in tears. He should be able to get this move done, though. He's got the better ERS. He's got the DRS. And he gets the move done into the chicane. Bit of contact, though.
Yeah, I think the reason that Dano got in front, it was because Fruit Boy served 5 seconds of his pens. So he's only got 3 now.
Okay. I suppose it makes sense. Also, Carl has got himself now into a very good position to overtake Mando in this race. To this left-hander. He's now got the DRS. Can Carl get past Mando?
Does he have enough ERS? He's down to 1%.
Oh, he's weaving. Not allowed. Up the inside. Bit of rubbing. He's going to have the inside. Bit more rubbing. Gets the move done. Lovely move by Carl around the outside. And he gets himself done. Now, Hippo, the other battle. This one's going to go down to last lap between Hippo and Star. Into the S section. Mistake by Hippo. Missed the apex.
Fruit Boy picking up another pen.
He's now got 6 seconds. Does this mean that Dano could beat him in this race? As they're still side by side. What's happened here? Carl has managed to get himself back alongside Mando somehow. Must have missed something. Either way, they're side by side. It's his left-hander bottom corner. Going to the last corner. He's held himself round the outside to have the inside line. What a move by Mando. But surely Carl should be able to try and get it back here as they go side by side and start and finish straight to start their penultimate lap of the race. Here comes Carl. He's going to look to the inside onto turn 1. Thinks about it. Thinks better of it, though. Out of turn 1 into turn 2. I don't know which battle to look at, really. These
Hippo's just...
kind of
I think Hippo's just staying behind Stars for now. I think it's going to have to be last lap.
Which they are still on their penultimate lap at the moment. So they've still got 2 more times to go around this one. Although, as you say that, Hippo is closing in this gap by quite a lot now. As another one gets a penalty. There was no penalty last season in F5. As Carl gets past Mando. Again, these two really having this hammer and Tom's battle. As Mando pushing too hard, he spins the rears. Mando's gone for a spin out of P8. Drops himself down to P9. Nice little 360. In the background, here comes Hippo up the inside. Doesn't have to do this. Cuts that corner quite a bit. Oh, both getting some warning for track limits. Definitely there, but Hippo had a half-hearted move on that one. Didn't quite work out. We're on the final lap of the race now, by the way. Can you believe it? Final lap of the race already.
Yeah, Destroyer is not gaining on Chris, so I think Chris, unless he picks up another time pen, has just got to play it safe.
Oh, Hippo's gone! Sorry to cut across you, Hippo tried so hard. And it hasn't gone well for him. And Sainz going to drop out the points now completely. Didn't have to do that. He had penalty advantage. But he's a pusher, which means Mercedes again are going to get no points. Oh dear. What we like. But Chris is going to be your race winner, depending on if he doesn't get a penalty in the next couple of corners, which will be his first ever, well, second ever league race win. I believe it's going to be first one in this league. Meanwhile, though, last corner for Chris. Misses the curb, coming towards the line. He should win this race. So RSF1 Chris comes along to win Division 5 France Grand Prix. Destroyer's going to come over P2, only just missing out by 2.5 seconds in the end. With Fruit Boy is going to be the most disappointed driver on the grid after his strategy call, which he probably did get a puncher in the end. Gets a 15.7 seconds behind. Is Dano going to be able to overtake Fruit Boy on penalties to get P3 in this race? This is going to be tight. Dano misses out by 6.3 seconds in the end. I don't believe there's any last lap battling going on.
Mighty the Mighty
is still all over
behind
the back
Carl,
of Carl.
but whether he'll just sit behind, he's got the penalty advantage. He may just sit behind him.
Ah, okay. Well, let me know if it changes as we watch Tim across the line now. 13.2 seconds behind Dano. Oh my god, those boys had a lot of penalties compared to Tim. It's Ellis the Great. What a great drive by Ellis the Great. Meanwhile, this last lap battle between Mighty and Carl, I don't think it's going to change, although Mighty like is going to have a dive bomb there into the last corner. Didn't quite happen for him though, as Carl's going to get P7 on track, but on the penalties it's going to go to Mighty, who gets P7. P8's racing Carl then. P9's going to go to Mando, is it?
No.
Nope. Yep. Meanwhile, Hippo is closing all at the back of Kabuki now. Start off and comes from P10, P11. Oh, he's in the wall. He's out. No, he's not out, but Hippo's done. Kabuki beats Hippo then to cross the line to P11, and it's disappointing. No points again for Mercedes for like 3 races this season in a row now. Oh dear. How do you want to sum up that race? How would you?
I would say for a first race of the season in obviously the slowest division, that was fairly okay. Like, there was only 5 retirements, and of the 5 there were some manual retirements. They didn't rack up the penalties too much. A lot of them only got 3 or 6 seconds, which is, you know, fairly good.
Yeah, I mean, do you think that if I can't remember his name now, Fruit Boy, if his strategy was a bit better, do you reckon he could have won this race, or do you reckon it still would have possibly gone to Chris?
I don't know. It's hard. I think if he'd have pitted a lap later, then it would have been an on-track battle. But if he went hards, but we will never know.
Yeah.
Ifs,
We will not.
buts, and maybes.
At the end of the day, Chris is the one on top with the AlphaTauri team. Whew. Do you want to invite your top 3?
I will indeed.
Nice work there. So I'm going to run you through the grid quickly. Chris P1, Destroyer P2, Fruitboy P3, Dano P4, disappointing from him. P5 goes to Timmer. P6 to Ellis. What a drive from Ellis. Very impressed with that one. P7 goes to Mighty. P8 Mando. P9 Carl. And Orphan rounding out top 10 after his qualifying crash. Kabuki early retirement. P11. Hippo. No, P11 for Kabuki. P12 for Hippo. P13 for retirement for Eth. P14 is Daniel. P15 is Invade. And P16 there was, I can't remember his name now, but it was the other McLaren driver who retired very on. I think it was Ethan. But wow. 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 Who would have thought that going into this weekend that you'd see an AlphaTauri on top? Well, this week, shall we say. Can you lot include your audio, please?
Yep.
Thank you very much.
No, I don't want to. No.
I've done that.
You don't want to include your audio, that's fine. You can just type up your response and I'll read it. I'd rather not do that, but you know, the option's always there.
Oh wow.
Aye, man. Hectic that.
It's
Destroyer, man. You were scaring me.
No, like the last couple of laps, I was actually catching you by a second a lap.
And
Yeah,
you also know that was because I was being cautious, because if one more warning, I had a second penalty, and I was
Yeah,
shitting
and then I would
myself.
have took pole. I would have took first, but great race, there, man. To be honest.
Oh, I enjoyed
like,
that,
well,
man. I enjoyed
well
that.
done to you. To be honest, man.
Thank you.
Immortal.
Wow.
How confident are you at saying interviews?
That'll be right. I believe
which
Fruit
interview
Boy is
drivers
not
would you like to do?
joining us. He's not joined us yet.
I don't think by
So-
well. I'm not sure about him.
Fruit Boy might not be confident enough to
Yeah.
join the party to do that. It depends. If he's not,
Yeah.
and he is watching, can you message me your response? If not, don't worry about it. So, do you want P2 or do you want P1, Mr. Immortal?
I'll do PT. I'll let you.
Right, I'll hand it over to you then.
So, Destroyer, you
Yep.
started off fairly safe, I'd say, in your qualifying, like Q1, Q2, and then was pipped at the end of Q3. Do you think you had any more time in you?
Yeah, I had like 4 or 5 times in me. I just couldn't pick up the track limits, so I would keep on invalidating. It was quite a difficult one for me. It was quite tough for me because I always want to push, like always top it. It's quite difficult with track limits. You'd always want to push and invalidate and then you're just done. So that's just the way it goes really, but I was close to having it, but just unlucky there.
And how do you think your race went? Like, do you think you could have done anything different, or do you think you could have pushed at different times to close the gap?
Well, and it's like at the start, it was a decent start I had, but like in second sector, like I just was nearly spinning it. I had to try to keep control of my car so I wouldn't like crash out. And like with obviously like all the other ones try to battle with me and me try to keep a distance between them and me not getting a penalty. It was quite difficult with it because it's quite a hard thing to do. But like I had a really good race. That was really fun.
Yeah, you were one of 2 drivers not to pick up a pen. So
Yeah, I thought so.
congratulations on that, and
Yeah.
hopefully we can see you on the podium again next week. I'll hold you to that then.
Aye, right. So, see you after.
Well, before you go, Destroyer,
Yeah.
how are you feeling for Belgium?
Belgium, it's quite a good track for me. Like I feel like I could get another podium probably first finish, but just depending what I do with track limits, how many like points, like time penalties I get and all that, it's quite difficult. But I'll try my best, try to get another podium. And all that, so.
That's all you can do.
Yep.
So that's Destroyer for you, who got P2 in this France Grand Prix. So now we're going to move over to your race winner, who's going to be fairly happy about his second ever league race win. I've got a feeling for that. Hello, Chris. How's it going? How was that race? How was quali? Breathe.
Put it this way, raw emotions. Obviously, the other league race I won wasn't really, it's nothing serious, that one. This means a lot. Winning an RSF1 race, wow. It's just, I don't know how to take it. It's been a long time coming, put it that way. Last year in F4 wasn't really at the pace. Obviously expected to be there again this year with lack of pace again because I didn't look great. The lads in this tier though, they gave me a run. In quali, man, like first session and second session on top. Third session, Fruit Boy and Only Destroyer just went, do you know what? Take our gloves and we'll just do this. And they just absolutely stuck it to me. Wow. I didn't expect to be stood on the top step of the podium, put it that way, after that. Crazy.
You can be fairly happy with your drive here.
Yeah.
Especially...
Yeah, I should be, man. Only 3 seconds of time penalty, and that's been my big issue around France. I've done, many laps around there, but I've just been picking up the penalties, the invalidations, and only getting 3 seconds. If I had another one, which was one more warning, Destroyer won that race. It was getting nervous, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, I am speechless after this race. It was quite chaotic. Were you expecting a safety car today?
Yes, I was actually. I was kind of counting on it, and you can tell from Fruit Boy's strategy, he was kind of expecting it too. I was a bit confused when I saw him pit for the softs. At what? It was like mid-race, wasn't it? He pitted for the softs. And it slightly confused me at the time, because I was thinking, what is he doing? And then I saw him coming up behind me, and I thought, uh-oh, what is this? And he just kept going and going and going, lap by lap by lap, not really losing that much time. And with 3 laps to go, he just dived into the pit. So I think he was gambling on a safety car, which didn't come. If a safety car came, I think Destroyer and Fruit Boy would be your 1-2, and I'd possibly be 3rd. So I got very lucky. Because I didn't have the pace on them today, put it that way. They had a little bit more on me.
Well, confidence-wise, this should boost you. But also, for next weekend, it is Spa. I know you've not really liked Spa too much.
Yeah, you won't be talking to me next week.
Is that because the curves by any chance? Or how are you feeling for Spa?
Spa's going to result in either me completely putting it in a wall up Al Rouge, or potentially spinning out middle sector and, facing somebody else and causing problems, or just general retirement. I've got no pace around Spa, and if you talk to me next week, a miracle's happened. So I'm not gonna.
We heard it here.
I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. That is your race winner of today's France Grand Prix for Division 5. Mr. Immortal, have you enjoyed yourself tonight? What is your last words? What are you thinking? Moving on from this one.
I just say thanks for putting on a good show, F5, and Dave will be with you next week, I presume.
Oh no.
Dave being RSF1 Lincoln, for those that you don't know.
Great, and he's going to be talking about his football all day long on that tomorrow and on that stream, I expect. Oh dear, that's what I got to deal with, ladies and gentlemen. But that is us wrapped up here for tonight. Tomorrow night you have got a Division 3, I want to say. I think it's Division 3, yes. So come back for that one. It might rain, it might be dry, who knows. Till tomorrow. Until then, though, we hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Drink loads, eat loads, have a good rest of your evening, and goodbye.